Bananas are, in my view, the elephants of the border. Let me explain. Welcome to Plant of the Month. When I was a child, I went on quite a lot of trips to London Zoo. The giraffes were elegant, the pandas were cute, but the elephants were massive and absolutely majestic. So here in the border, we've got all these beautiful colours and shapes and textures, and I do love them all. But for me, it's the banana that has this incredible impact because it is massive and, yes, majestic. So here at Worcester, we have two species of banana. Let's have a closer look at them both. This is Ensete ventricosum, or the Ethiopian banana. It's got this very rich red stem here and just a little bit of glossiness, and it's a really beautiful banana. Ensete ventricosum grows in mountainous areas with high rainfall from South Africa up to Ethiopia. And in Ethiopia, farmers grow a domesticated version. You can't eat the fruit at all, which is really hard and dry, but people do cook the fleshy parts, which are apparently really delicious. This is Musa basju, or the Japanese banana. So by contrast with Ensete ventricosum, it's got this really amazing fresh green. It's also a little bit hardier, which means we can leave it out for the winter. We do have to cut it back and wrap it up in a cosy horticultural fleece though, for it to survive the frost. So by contrast, Ensete ventricosum is a bit more tender and needs a bit more care. We have to cut it back, dig it up and take it back to the greenhouse where it spends the winter in a pot with the minimum compost and very little watering, because otherwise it would grow through the greenhouse roof. So if you're of a certain age, you may remember the original version of Trivial Pursuit, and it had a question about bananas. And I think the question was, is a banana a tree? And the answer is no, it is not a tree, it's a herbaceous perennial. So this structure here may look like a trunk or a stem, and in fact it's neither. What it is actually is a whole bundle of leaves which are very tightly wrapped around each other. The newest leaf is always in the centre. That's this one. The botanical term for it is a convolute leaf, but I prefer the other name for it, which is a cigar leaf. Here is a slightly sad Ensete ventricosum leaf. I'm 5'9". You can see it's pretty much as tall as me, so a massive leaf. And if you hold it up to the sun, you can see all the ribs and veins in the leaves which transport fluids around and give it more structure. One of the questions we're often asked is whether our bananas produce fruit. And yeah, the answer is in hotter summers they do. We've got one right here. So first you get this really weird looking flower, and as the petals drop away, here we have our tiny little bananas. Sadly completely inedible even if they did ripen, because they're full of massive seeds, but bananas nonetheless growing in a border in England. Pretty cool. So that's bananas at Worcester. Come back in September for another Plant of the Month.